And we've talked a lot about the y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis. It's the b value in the equation y equals mx plus b. You're going to learn how to find the x and y-intercepts and graph a line with that. So first we're going to find the x-intercept based on a line. The x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. So this x-intercept is here. The x-intercept would be 5, 0, because it goes across 5, but doesn't go up or down at all. So it goes up or down 0. All right, we see that. Now, let's do this mathematically. I'm going to do it two ways mathematically. First, I'm going to substitute 0 for y, then I'm going to show you the easy way. So to find the x-intercept of a line, substitute 0 for y. Why am I substituting 0? Because when you have an x-intercept, your y value is 0. So we end up with 5x minus 3 times 0 equals negative 15. 5x minus 0 equals negative 15. 5x equals negative 15. Divide by 5. X equals negative 3 in this equation. Now let me show you something else. You're going to love this. Okay, let me rewrite the equation. But not like that. And I have to say, a student showed me this, and I absolutely love it. 5x minus 3y equals 15. We're going to find the same answer. I'm going to box this off so you know that that's right. Let me show you. Cover up. We're going to cover up the minus 3y because we don't care. We're going to pretend that's not there. Then you're left with a mess. Oops, negative 15. Then you're left with 5x equals negative 15 divided by 5. X equals negative 3. Same answer. Because in this lesson, you can't see me putting my finger over the minus 3y. But you don't need it. So I highlighted over it. I'm covering it up. It's almost erasing it. And you get the same answer. Less math. How awesome is that? Okay, now we're going to find the y-intercept. So first, let's answer a question. The y-intercept is where? Well, we already know this one. The line crosses the y-axis. And we know that because we've been using the y-intercept this whole time. And here is the y-intercept. This would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it goes across 0, but it goes up 4. Here, same concept. We're going to substitute 0 for x because when we plot the y-intercept, our x is 0. 4 times 0 minus 3y equals 24. 0 minus 3y equals 24. Negative 3y equals 24. Divide both sides by negative 3. And you get, let's finish. Divide both sides by negative 3. And you get y equals negative 8. Now, I bet you know what I'm going to do. Let's rewrite this and see if we can do it a faster, easier way. 4x minus 3y equals 24. And I want to find the y-intercept, so I cover up whatever my x is. And then I have negative 3y equals 24. Y equals negative 8. I get the same answer. So now you know how to do it. First, finding it on the line. where it intersects. You know how to find the intercepts by substituting 0 in the other one, and then you can just cover one up and find it. Let's move on. Okay, here, I will do the math with one side, and I will do the cover up with the other, so you get to see both. Okay, for the x-intercept on this one, I'm going to do the math. I want the x-intercept, so my y becomes 0. I substitute 0 for y to find my x. 4x minus 0 equals 12. 4x equals 12. Divide both sides by 4. X equals 3. Okay, now for the y-intercept, I'm going to rewrite the equation for one thing. 4x minus 2y equals 12. I'm going to do my little highlight thing. I want the y-intercept, so I'm going to cover up my 4x. And I'm left with negative 2y equals 12. Divide both sides by negative 2. Y equals negative 6. See how I did that? It's so easy. All right, let's do another one. Again, I'm going to cover up and I'm going to do math. All right, so 2x, whoops, wrong way. There we go. Too many buttons. 2x minus 3y equals 18. And I want the, oops, I want the x-intercept, so I want to cover up my y. Now I have 2x equals 18. Divide both sides by whatever is in front of the x. X equals 9. I'll do the math over here. I want my y-intercept, so I substitute a 0 for my x. 2 times 0 minus 3y equals 18. 0 minus 3y equals 18. Negative 3y equals 18. Divide both sides by negative 3. Y equals negative 6. All right? Now, because this is getting long, I am going to do my highlight, my covering up stuff on both sides of the equation. First, we have 4x plus 6y equals negative 12 for both. All right, I want to find the x, so I'm going to cover up my y. 4x equals negative 12. Divide both sides by 4. X equals negative 3. Okay, and I want the y-intercept, so I'm going to cover up the x. So I'm left with 6y equals negative 12. Divide both sides by 6. Y equals negative 2. Is that awesome or what? Now, I will tell you, we're not going to give you equations where you're going to get fractions for your intercepts, okay? We're not going to say find the x and y intercepts and give you something that does not come out even. So if you get it, so think about that. Now we're going to graph a line given the x and y intercepts, okay? Excuse me. The x-intercept is the point that crosses the x-axis, and the y-intercept is the point that crosses the y-axis. I'm going to pretend you all said that. All right, let's do the example on the right. Graph the line whose x-intercept is negative 8, y-intercept is negative 4. So my x-intercept is negative 8. I'm going to the x-axis, putting a dot at negative 8. because that's where the line crosses the x-axis. Then I'm going to go to the y-axis and put a dot at -4 because that's where the line crosses the y-axis, and then I'm going to connect them. That is it. That's all you were doing. Okay? We gave you the information, you plot the points. Let's do another one. The x-intercept is -1, the y-intercept is 6. I've said this before, let the math take you. Plot the points, don't assume your line's going to go a certain direction. X-intercept is -1, right there. Y-intercept is 6, right there. Connect those dots better than I did. Okay? Not a big deal. All right, the last part, we're going to talk about horizontal and vertical lines. We addressed them a little bit earlier when you learned about slope, zero slopes and undefined slopes. So now we're going to do some more with it. And we have what we call memory devices, because I can never say the word. HOI and VUX. HOI stands for horizontal line. Zero slope, and y equals. That's the equation, y equals. So it's a horizontal line with zero slope and a y equals. So y equals 2. I go to my y-axis. Remember, I've told you this before. You've got y equals mx plus b, and if I line up my equation, I have y equals 0x plus 2, 0x, no slope, or rather 0 slope, okay? Remember that. So y equals 2, I put a dot here, and then I can put a dot anywhere else I want on that same line. That is my horizontal line. Y equals 2. HOI says horizontal. Your y equals will always be a horizontal line. Now VUX, vertical line, an undefined slope, and x equals. Now think back to earlier in this unit. If the horizontal line is a 0 slope, what kind of a line has an undefined slope? Right, it's a vertical line. So what you do here, you put the dot at x equals 4. You put it where we said, right on the x-intercept. X equals 4. And then you put a dot anywhere above or below and draw your line. It is a vertical line. All right, it doesn't, what we say is it doesn't matter what the y is because the line's always going to be up and down. It will never go across. So that's a vertical line, see it's up and down, undefined slope, and a vertical line has an undefined slope, and x equals. So that's how you graph those. That covers day 7.